This unit pretty much says it all. Solving any type of equation, right? No matter where you're going next year, if you decide to go the college path, you're going to take your first math course and you're going to have to solve any type of equation that's thrown in front of you. So that's what I'm going to expose you to here. A lot of this stuff will be review. All right, a lot of it will be review. So that's all we're doing here. I'm going to have an equate. I'm going to have a variable and an equal sign. You got to know how to get me that variable when it's equal to. Today, you find the answer by factoring. That's the first thing for today I'm going to show you. As we move on, you'll see the logs and exponents again, but today is solving the equations by factoring. You guys remember your numbers still? Yeah, I'm going back to those too. Or do we have to reassign numbers? We're all good? Okay. First thing I want to cover, before we even solve it, please take a look at the, good start to today. Take a look at the highest exponent. Every problem we do, take a look at the highest exponent. Why am I asking you to look for the highest exponent? What's that going to tell us? Oh, okay. How many answers I have? All right. It's not a great check, but it should be, hey, at the end of this problem, I should have, in this case, what's the highest exponent here? 3. So you should know at the end, I should have x equals, and x equals at the end. 3 solutions. This is the number of solutions. Highest exponent equals number of solutions. And the way we're going to solve these, we're going to factor. All right, start us off. What do you see in that first one? I always tell you to look for it first, right? What do we see in the first one? 13. What do we see in this first one?
You could take x out of all.
Take out a GCF. So take out an x. Go ahead, Jared. What's left when I take out an x?
X squared minus 2x.
Yes. But we said 3 answers because 3 was the highest. There's no way I'm getting 3 answers out of that. So that probably tells you I need to keep factoring. Keep bringing down your GCF, x. All right, find me those 2 numbers that give me 24 and 2 there. 24 and 2. Find those 2 numbers for me. Play around a little bit. Let me know when you get them. 5, let me know when you're ready.
-6, 4.
Yep, good work. All right, I see where 2 of the answers are going to come from. X equals -4 will be one answer. We're good there. And I'm pretty confident x equals 6 will be another answer. Where do I get my third one then from?
0. X is equal to 0.
Notice you took out a GCF. You got to set that equal to 0 as well. But only if it's a variable. Take a look. Let's say instead of an x, Jared decided I took out a 2 instead. Doesn't matter. I can't set 2 equal to 0. That doesn't make any sense. So the only time you set your GCF equal to 0 is if it's a variable. Right? And everyone see our 3 answers now. 0, 6, and -4. I'm not going to require you to check on these different problems later on in the unit. I will require it, but if some of you guys want, because I know some of you guys are pretty serious here about grades and making sure you do every single thing right, which I respect and appreciate. If you want to check if you got these right or wrong, store in your answer for x, type in the original equation, and it should equal 0. Okay, so store 0 in for x, type in x cubed minus 2x squared minus 24x, and your calculator should give you 0 back if you're interested. And then the same thing for 6 and -4. All right, let's keep going. X cubed minus 36x equals 0. What are you looking for first here? Ho, 13.
You can also take out an x.
Yes, good. Take out a GCF. What's left, Jared?
X squared minus 36.
Whoa, I'm looking at a 3 as the highest exponent, so I'm looking for 3 answers here. I don't think I can get 3 yet. What do you want to keep doing here? Keep talking to me. What else can we do? 2. Difference of 2 perfect squares, right? Difference of 2 perfect squares. And And everyone see our 3 answers now. Let me know, what are those 3 answers here? 9, what are my 3 answers?
X equals -6.
Yep, got it right here.
X equals 6. And X equals 0.
Yep, remember, if your GCF's a variable, set it equal to 0. Boom! Questions? Oh, yeah, we're having a good time back at it. How about the heat in here, too? I'll address the issue.
Toasty.
I love it, every second of it. Love it. Jack it up even more. Jack it up even more. I love it. Oh, I'm so hot in here. Suck it up. All right. Blow on yourself. Whatever. You know. Next one. 3 answers again, but no GCF this time, kids. How am I going to factor this one, huh?
By letting x squared take out on 2x minus.
There's nothing to take out here. How many terms are there? 4, an even amount. What's that usually tell us? No GCF, even amount of terms. I'm going to factor it by. Sydney? Grouping, yes. Be confident, yes. Grouping, we remember, ooh, grouping. I got to slow it down a little bit. Group the first 2 and the last 2. All right, what do you want to take out of the first grouping? GCF, 13 out of the first one? On fire today. Take out, sorry.
X squared.
Yep, and what are you left with?
2x minus 1.
Good, 2x minus 1. We're okay? Remember, the goal of grouping, next time you take out a GCF, you better be left with 2x minus 1. What's left in the parentheses should be the same. So what would I be able to take out to be left with the 2x minus 1? 9? Come on.
4.
No.
Huh?
-4.
Positive or negative?
-4.
Okay. If you took out a positive 4, these signs would have been different. Okay, so that's why it's got to be a negative 4. All right, keep grouping with me. What's the same on both sides here? 5, what's the same on both sides? That I can take out now. Yep, and then what's the GCFs I could put together? Hi.
The x plus, you can do x plus 2x minus.
Now, yeah, don't get ahead of me there, superstar. Stop showing off. X squared minus 4, yep. 3 answers, right? Highest exponent was 3. I only see maybe 1 answer here I'm confident in. How do I get another 2? By doing what? 2. X. There you go. Difference of 2 perfect squares. Go to Lex. And set them all equal to 0. And let me know my 3 answers when you're ready. Woo! 9. 3 answers when you're ready.
X plus 2. Or X equals 2. X equals -2.
Ooh.
And then, oh, shoot.
X equals
No, don't say it, Tim.
X equals 1.
Question?
Then
Answer?
we need to add x1 for 2x minus 1.
Okay, can you let him answer? I'm going to put you in a headlock in a second.
Oops.
All right. What do you got? X equals?
Can I phone a friend?
Oh.
Wait.
Just
wait, wait.
Just write it down and set it equal to 0.
I am trying to do the math. Yeah, 1/2.
Okay.
I said that already. Oh my.
No.
You question.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
play the tape back. 1/2? All right. All
That
right.
seems like an answer to this.
Yeah, okay. All right, good deal. We all set there? All right, next up, 2 answers now, right? Highest exponent's 2. The only thing I want to just mention here, don't get stressed out, confused there when it says zeros. It's just another name for what are my solutions? Answers. All right, so find the zeros. It's just another name for answers and solutions. All right, what do you want to do here first? 2x squared minus 4x minus 6. I'm going to have to factor that to get my x values. 13.
Or you could take the 2 out.
I can take a 2 out. You're like the GCF magnet
Yeah,
today,
right.
huh? What are you left with when you take a 2 out?
X squared minus 2x minus 3.
All right. You know you're going to have to keep going here. It just wouldn't be a one and done. Not in this level anymore. All right, what are those two numbers that do it for 3 and 2? 13 again.
Negative 3 plus 1.
Here's what I mentioned a couple problems ago. Notice we took out a 2, not a 2x. Leave it. Not even part of the answer. Okay, don't try to make it part of the answer. Unless it's a variable that you took out as a GCF, it is not part of the solution. There's only 2 solutions, and they're right here. 6, those solutions.
X equals 3.
Got it. Everyone all right? Good weekend? Good talk. Good. Good to hear. Gotta show I care every once in a while.
After you said,
Did I? Yeah, it was all right.
was it cold?
I think it was cold for everybody. Maybe that's why they
Remember,
jacked it up in here.
Mr. Mr. Ferg was saying it was colder for him.
No. Where did he go?
He's
I don't know.
Helping
Oh.
his daughter move.
Poor choice. Bad week.
All right, with 5. Now we got something different here. First of all, how many answers are we going to have at the end, or should? How many answers should we have here at the end? 2, right? Highest exponent you see up there is a 2, so I should have 2 answers. All right, there's no factoring involved though here. All right, I still wanted to show you this because this is one where we don't need to factor. Get x by itself. That's all I'm going to say. You take care of the rest. Get the x by itself. What's your first go-to here? I have a feeling, but 7?
When you add 2 to both sides.
Yes, add 2. Some of you, if you got called on, may have said, take the square root. Not yet. It's got to be by itself to take the square root, and to get it by itself, yes, Tim, I add 2 to both sides. So I get x plus 4 all squared equals 9. Now it's by itself, right? Now it's by itself, so now go ahead and take the square root of both sides. The only thing the square root does is cancel out the exponent of 2. What's underneath does not get affected. So x plus 4 equals 3.
Yeah.
And then you're moving over the 4. And getting x equals -1. Disappointed in this class. Disappointed. We all passed that Regents and disappointed.
Huh?
Didn't we just have a discussion at the beginning of this problem? What did we say? 2 answers. There's only one here. That's a problem. It's not a mistake. It's not an exception to the rule. We should have 2 answers. So where did we make our mistake then? Dylan, help us.
Square root of 9.
Square root of 9, everybody. Hey, square root of 9 is, yes, 3, but it's also -3, right? When you take the square root, you get the plus and minus version. Please watch out for that. Hey, even if you forget, I should have had 2 answers. All right, now, still move over the 4. I'm not arguing with that. Move over the 4. Ready? -4 plus 3, -4 minus 3. That's where you get your 2 answers from. And I don't want... This is hot garbage right there. You're not leaving it like that. Embarrassment to the math community.
The interruption. Any students attending the CTE field trip, please head to the main foyer to catch the bus. Again, if you're heading to the CTE field trip, please head to the main foyer. Thank you.
Hey, so I still get -1. But that's still an answer. We just forgot the other one. And the other one? when I do minus 3, 8. There's a new one. What's that? So I get negative 4 plus 3, which gave me that negative 1. Now I have negative 4 minus 3, which would give me negative 7. There are my two answers. Watch out when you take the square root of a number, plus or minus. Anything? We're going to get done nice and early, huh? Oh, what's your deal with 6? Solve for x here. What's your go-to here? Six, go-to anywhere?
Add 12, take it equals 0.
Okay. Get it equal. I'm actually going to do something different, but I'm going to get it equal to 0. Here's why I'm not going to add 12, Ryan, even though that's probably the most convenient thing, because when I add 12, we don't like that there, right? We don't like our x squareds to be negative. So is everyone, I'm still going to get it equal to 0, but let's move the left side over. All right, everyone see why? I want my x squared to be positive. Let's make it positive. All right, how do I move over the left side? Help there, please. 9, how do I move over the 13?
You subtract it.
And how do I move over the negative 36x squared?
You add it.
All right, go ahead, everyone. Let's see what we're left with. So I'm definitely left with positive 36x squared. I like that. And then Aaron said, hey, move the 13 over by subtracting it. And when you combine that with the negative 12, it should be minus 25. All right, no GCF there. So what's your go-to then? No GCF to take out of 36 and 25. Anybody see anything up here? How to factor that? 15? Come on, Howie. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. What do you got for me? No. You got 6x.
Yeah.
6x.
Oh, 6x minus 5.
There you go. Good work. And now go ahead, get your two answers now. Set each of those equal to 0. Keep your answer as a fraction, please. We don't need any decimals here. We're better than that. No decimals. No decimals, please. When you have your two answers, let me know what you got. 14 when you're ready. I don't think here. 6 when you're ready.
5 over 6 and negative 5 over 6.
Yeah. All right. We're all right so far. A couple more to go. All right. What if I throw 7 at you? 2 answers, right? 2 answers for 7. What's your first move here? What do you think your first move is? Anything here? 14, yeah. 2, what do you think your first move is? We could. It would be okay. A little bit harder if I try to do that. Then I try to factor something with a fraction. Try to stay away from that. So how about relax? Get the 4 out of there, right? Were you going to say that, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Get the 4 out of there, multiply by 4. And I'm not you could move the 9 over, but just now I'm factoring with fractions. And instead of seeing this now, x squared equals 36. 2 different moves you can make now. I'll take whoever comes up next, whatever your move's going to be. X squared equals 36. 12, your move? Square root. You want to do the square root? Okay. The other way was you could bring over the 36 and factor. All right. If we're going to square root, though, and there's 2 answers we said, right? 2 answers. So that just tells you, yeah, it should be plus or minus 6. Yep. And if you moved the 36 over and did difference of two perfect squares, you would have been fine. And then we get to 8. How many answers here?
4.
4. Anybody having flashbacks of the Regents exam?
Yeah.
I think this was like a part 2 or 3. I think it said to factor or maybe find the zero, so you had to factor that. You can factor. Any GCF? No. How many terms?
30.
3, so grouping's out. Guys, you can still, look. Everyone gets so darn freaked out by the exponent of 4. What's in front? What number's in front?
X to the power.
It's 1, right? A 1. So if there's still a 1 out in front, we could still play the multiply to 9 game and add to -10. That's fine. Just because there's an x to the 4th, we could still play that game. As long as there's a 1 in front here, we can do it. So I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to 9 but add to -10 first. Let's start there. As long as there's a 1 in front and you got 3 terms, we can do this. 15. How are numbers that multiply to 9 and add to -10? Forget about the x to the 4th. I just want numbers that multiply to 9, but it'll give me 10 when I add them up.
-1 and -9.
Yeah, yep. All right, here's the difference. You just won't put x and x because I need x to the 4th. Instead, I'll put what? If I need x to the 4th here, I don't want to put x and x. That gives me x squared. What do I want to attach to those x's there? Oh, 6. Darn right. We can factor these. I think a few of you tried grouping on the Regents, which was still correct. I just like it this way. It's a little bit easier. 4 answers, though. We're not even close to 4 answers. What do you got next? 12. Go ahead, Sydney. Let us know. Oh, we'll go over here. Yep. +3 -3. You're stopping there? You can still do it here, right? Because it's a 1's a perfect square. Yep. And there, now we can see 4 answers, right? Now we can see 4 answers. 8. What are our 4 answers here?
3, -3, 1, and 6.
3, -3, 1, and -1. 4 answers, yes. Questions? All right, I'm sorry to do this to you. All right, but I need you to find room to do a question 9 now. Okay, that's not in your packet. All right, just if you've got room off to the right-hand side, right below at the bottom of the page, I need you guys. And the only reason why we're doing this is because this type of factoring will come up tomorrow when you're doing this by yourself. And I didn't want to not go over that type of example. All right. Now the question is, what's that example? All right, if you were my notes. All right, so you'll see this. It is really hot here. There it is right there. 2x squared minus 9x plus 4 equals 0. Just want to review this because you'll see it tomorrow when you're doing it on your own. Any GCF?
No.
Okay. 3 terms, right? So because there's a 2 out in front, I can't do multiply to 4 and add to -9, and those numbers don't even exist. Whew. Thoughts? What's up, Nick? Now you can go ahead.
Multiply the 4 with the 2.
Okay, so what Nick's starting to do for us is this whole grouping method of factoring. But didn't we say you needed 4 or more terms to group? What we're going to do, right? We're going to take the -9x in the middle, and remember, we're going to turn it into 2 terms. to make 4. We're going to turn 3 terms into 4 right now. And Nick's starting this process by multiplying your A and your C value, the 2 outside terms, and getting 8. So in these blanks right now, you're going to find 2 numbers that multiply to 8, but still give me -9 in the middle. That's what we're going to fill in with those blanks. 2 numbers that multiply to 8, but will give me -9 in the middle. $12, when you have those numbers. Good job. And -9 and 1?
Oh no.
Relax. Throat punch next time. Good. And just make sure you guys put the X's with them. I wrote this down because that's the way Sydney gave them to me. If you wrote -1x minus 8x, it's still fine. Still going to get you the job done. Now you can group. Now you can group like we did on problem 3. Four. What can I take out of the first one? 2x. What are you left with? X minus 4. Thank you. All right, what do you want to take out of the next one? So I'm also left with an x minus 4. Guys, did a nice job today. 3.
I spaced out on my, I did the problem right.
Lock in, Dylan. Lock in.
Uh,
I need to take a GCF out of this one now.
or 1.
Okay, you want me to take out a 1?
-1.
Okay, here we go again. Which one here?
Negative.
-1, right? Because I want the signs to change, so I'm left with an x minus 4. Good? All right, pair them together now for me. Everyone involved here. 8. X minus 4 on one, GCF's in the other. And now set it equal to 0 for me. Set each equal to 0 and let me know what we get for our x's. 2 answers like we would have predicted at the... Don't want to write that yet. We would have predicted at the beginning. Two final answers here. 4 positive 1 over 2. There you go.
Sounded like a question.
I don't think it did. That's only you.
That's debatable.
No. Just because you fell in and got rattled, don't start blaming it on everybody else now. All good? All right, so just so we're clear, do not do the assignment before you come to class. I want to see it done in front of me. So tomorrow you will come in, space out for me, like a quiz or test. Space out. You can use your notes. You're going to complete 7.1 classwork, 1 through 8. When you think you're good, call me over. Even if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you what problem's wrong so you can redo it, and then you walk out of here with 100 on the classwork. All right? All good? Do not do this beforehand. Do not do it beforehand. I want to see it done in front of me tomorrow. Rest of the time is on you guys.